or you swing your arm and you smack someone in the face, but it's about being able to sort of roll with that and go with it. And that was something, you know, we set off at the very beginning. We said, this is improv and things won't always go right. There's almost an element of acceptance of the idea of failure, whereas I don't really consider it failure. I consider everything a learning experience. But that idea of, it's okay, you may fall on your face, but that's part of the process. And really it parallels life. That's part of life. You're going to fall on your face. So what are you going to do about it? You're going to get up and you're going to keep moving. And that's, you know, at the foundation of what the company is about anyway. Okay. So yeah, we kept the flow of it. So they understood that there may be hiccups along the way, but we wanted it to be still something that was, you know, digestible by the general public.
What did you learn from this process?
Oh, I learned a lot. Well, I learned a lot of good things and things that I kind of want to work on. I realized that I got a lot of positive feedback.
Is that one of your dancers?
Yes,
Do you want to have them come over?
Ivan.
Oh my god, I'm not meeting.
Bring your croissant.
I don't know if you're like mid-video, like, I don't know.
This is one of my dancers, Ivan Gomez.
Hi.
He's like, let me get a chair, bring it over.
What's that?
Ivan and
I don't
Xavier.
want to bother. Okay, Ivan. Nice to meet you.
We were just talking about the process of the last show that you guys did, and she's explained to me the things that she learned through this process of improvisation and using it as a motivator for a movement and a show that you guys put on. Can I ask him what did you learn from this process?
What did I not learn? I mean, the process was just like really exciting in general, just because like it was open for like chance and like whatever happened, and like that's what I love about the improv company. I don't know, it taught me so much, and like how to approach like all the different exercises in a different way, because we did like rehearse and like practice like all these different exercises. We've been doing some of them for a long time.
Yeah.
And what left it exciting was that we didn't know which ones were gonna actually be in the show, and like what we were gonna dance to, but it was all like music that we were like sort of familiar with, so it's like we sort of knew, but still like it was just gonna be like left for like whenever it happened. So I don't know, I took a lot from it, and like I always take a lot from like what we do, and like it was exciting to like be able to share this space and like let everyone see what it is that we do all the time.
Yeah, we're big on dialoguing. So when we do exercises, we don't just finish an exercise when we're in rehearsal. We stop and then we discuss. Like we could say, he'll be like, oh, you're doing this movement a lot. You need to explore something. And sometimes we give each other challenges like, your legs look great whenever you kick them up to your face, but what are the million different ways that you can kick your leg to your face? And that's one of the biggest things that I know working with Ivan has been a very rewarding experience, because we've not only danced together, I've been able to like work as an artistic director as well as like a fellow dancer, because we've danced together now for years.
Yeah. And we just like, it keeps growing, because like on a different level, because like now we're like in a company together, and like she's my director, and like we just have so many decisions that we can make, and like that we take from everyone who is part of the company, and like that's what I love about it, like because everyone's involved.
Now, what did you take away from this project that you feel the next time maybe that you perform this that you'll change?
Ooh, what would I change? I would like to expand, obviously, the variables, especially as far as concepts go. I actually would like to open it up to audience members contributing concepts, similar to what you see a lot in like comedy improv or acting improv, where people just at the beginning can contribute maybe a storyline. So that was a big thing that I wanted to sort of explore the next time I approach this, because it's one of those shows that can be redone a million different times, because it's never going to be the same. Obviously switching up soundtrack, but being able to have the audience select topics was one of the things that I really would like to explore the next time. Also, I want to maybe play with different spaces. Obviously, that's a big thing, because I like an intimate setting, but you know, there's always like, it would be a totally different experience on a proscenium stage versus an in-house show versus a black box. So obviously those elements would be fun to play with.
What do you think about using the inanimate? What was it that you called it? Insufficient space.
Oh, yeah, the inefficient space. That would be a totally different thing,
Yeah.
and that's part of what we're going to explore with the next thing. And I'm starting off with obviously filming everything. But ultimately, the goal is to get to a point where I could post something like, hey, we're doing chants at this location, and, come and follow us, because it may, change. We may start in this space and then transition to another space. And that's, an ultimate goal, to sort of work towards a project in that scope where I take the idea of chants and combine it with site-specific and make it an actual live showing. That's something down the line that I want to sort of explore. I also would like to expand. I like working with small groups, but I would like to bring in different artists as well, just because we all learn so much from each other that it's not even about where you are technically. It's about really where you are, like, mentally and emotionally and spiritually, because...
At the moment.
Yeah, at the moment, because it changes. Yeah. And I think that improv has been one of the catalysts for me really understanding who I am as a person and as a dancer, and accepting who I am as a person and as a dancer. Because there's been plenty of things, especially over the past, year or two, that I've gone through that have been challenging. Emotionally and mentally, and just, to the point where I was I wanted to just throw in the towel. But those ideas and those, the pushing through the chaos and trying to find that stillness and being able to communicate and being able to be open to that idea of failure, that idea that things are never going to stay the same, and, sort of just live now, don't worry about the past, don't worry about the present. Those ideas that I've learned through improv have helped me through some of the most challenging times in my entire adult life. So I really feel that there is a connection between that. So that's something that I believe strongly. Obviously, more people that come in, and the more life experience and the more dance experience that those people have, the more that we can learn from them, and the more that hopefully we can also give to them.
And yeah, we can also just teach each other.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the main part. We just learn so much from each other.
Yeah.
Now,
beautiful.
I'm big on community,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and finding community through dance.
Yeah.
What would you say you're doing to bring more people into to your realm, and to create that kind of environment where they can go to a place where they're allowed to do this? What are you doing to interact socially with people to draw them towards this community that you're building?
Well, we use a lot of social networking, and I keep rehearsals open. So right now we have people who are in the pre-professional program at the Center for Contemporary Dance who come and move with us. I am a big open door person. I'm like, hey, if you know a dancer and they want to come move, invite them. We have people who dance with Tajma who come before they go to rehearsal, will come in and, just move with us. So I keep it, we have so many people that we've danced with over the years. And, I really try to keep it open to everybody. Like, hey, I don't know, you come and dance with us.
I'm constantly inviting anyone who that I work with, or that I know that I've danced with. Just, hey, this is I do this every Wednesday. I've told you this for the past month or two. Come, and just constantly constantly spreading the word. So I think that's just the easiest.
What are some challenges that you found with expressing your ideas towards, hey, I want you to come and do this? I know people, when I talk about dance, people it's so over their heads because people just don't understand.
Yeah, especially with improv. It's one of those.
So what are these challenges that you've come across in making this happen?
Well, really, that idea of improv, because it's terrifying to a lot of people. So to a lot of people, they're like, you guys do what? You don't choreograph anything. You don't you just go and dance. That in itself is a big hurdle. Thanks, Train. That's a big hurdle that we have to overcome. Is for people to understand that it's that hard. I appreciate it, but that to me is one of the biggest things, because even seasoned dancers sometimes are very turned off by improv. Oh, yeah. They're like, I don't feel comfortable. Give me a combination.
Tell me what to do, please.
Tell me what to do. And I think that is one of the challenges of the dance world in itself. Is that everyone who has been born and raised in it, they have sort of a mentality of, you're going to tell me what to do, or we're going to choreograph what we're going to do. But I mean, we're performing this week at National Dance Day, and I'm like, oh, well, we don't know. We have a piece of music, and I don't know what we're doing, but I trust that we're going to go there, and we're going to be able to dialogue a couple minutes before and go out there. So to me, that is a huge challenge of even bringing in seasoned dancers or unseasoned dancers, is getting them in there to really understand that improv is not scary. It's something that you can use as a medium to express yourself, to explore movement vocabulary, to expand your movement vocabulary, to grow as an artist, to be able to dialogue with other people who are there to grow and who are there to help you grow. So to me, that is a big hurdle to overcome, is that improv is not scary.
I feel like people have like so many like different views on improv, like, cause like there's different like everyone's trained and like everyone knows of improv, but like some of us consider like each other like improv artists because it's like what we do, and some people just like can improv because like that's just like sometimes what you do, like have to do, like for auditions or for like whatever the case may be. So I feel like, and people just set expectations and find it somewhat intimidating, which like I don't know, I guess people find like the connection that we built like with our group like sort of like
intimidating.
Yeah. But it's not in any way. That's just like what people sort of like expect. I don't know. It's just sort of.
Well, I mean, I see that like going into any situation.
Yeah.
You know, like you walk into a room, you know, and you don't know who's going to be there.
Yeah.
You don't know what to expect when you get there. You don't know who's going to approach you. Mm-hmm. You don't know who's going to be approachable.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
You don't know if somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed and just don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that's a really great thing about an improvisation. I teach an improv class for my company.
Okay.
When we have, what's it called? Intensives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're always like, Xavier, please teach an improv class. Please teach an improv class. And where many improv classes are inside, and you know, you're kind of caged in.
Yeah.
Like, I take them around a tour. You know?
Yeah.
Like, this is the place where this is our place. You know?
Yeah.
You're free to do whatever you want. You know.
And
So
that's
the freedom of improvisation is,
and that's a hurdle
amazing.
for a lot of dancers, though, is even just looking at space in a different way. That who says you have to stay on the Marley? Like, there's plenty of other areas that you can go to and explore, and it's almost as if you have to give people permission to do that.
Yes.
And we go back to especially trained dancers. They are the ones that are. It's the hardest to be like, you can do more.
Give them that? Do you give them that? Do you like you have feel free, or you have the permission to? Do you give those kind of guiding words?
Most of the time, we kind of like feel out where everyone is, and then at that point, I'm like, and that's when we have those dialogues, and it's like, well, why did you only stay center stage? You know, was there a purpose behind it, or did you feel that that's what you had to do? And that's where that dialogue becomes crucial, because that is a big part of our growing experience as a company, as artists, is dialoguing and saying, okay, well, next time you do this, or every time from here on out, you need to explore space. So I don't ever just start off with like, hey, do use space however you want, but I always start off with the idea of there's no right, there's no wrong.
Of course.
And, be open to the fact that things may not always work out the